Alright boys, we back. I'm giving it another try. This time I'm only connected with wiring. Please let us know if there is any more lag issues, FPS lag issues. We'll get it right back at you, but are you at 401, Greg?
Um, I'm working on it. I'm good to go. Yep.
Okay, alright. 3, 2, 1, play. Here we go. Alright. So interesting gang on the top lane. I like how Sir Longballs ganked Stripes. So now Stripes is way ahead in the matchup compared to Ergot and Galio. We saw how impressive the Galio can be yesterday from the matches. You know, both teams that got both of the Galio, they won the game. So it is pretty hard as hell. You know, if you get the Galio early game, you get him ahead, you win the game most likely. Oh, I'm sorry, the Ergot, not the Galio. How do you think the mid lane matchup is gonna go, Greg?
Well, currently looking at what we're doing here, we have a pretty even CS lead. Um, I think this is really going to play down to jungler lanes. I don't think either one can really kill the other one. We do see a slight experience lead on the Xerath though, which looks like there's just a couple minions lying around there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a couple of minions. I'm pretty sure Master R is really comfortable, plus wasting that teleport. He has a bigger power spike right now, so he can kill the Xerath if needed. Bot lane looks like it's going safe farming, you know, Ezreal has the biscuits, he can sustain the lane a lot. Oh flash. Oh boy, that was a nice flash.
I'm not seeing much poke out of the lanes like I thought I would.
Yeah, that was a nice flash by Master Ari. I love the flash, the preemptive early flash. I think there was a lot of miscommunication from Phantom Thieves because Stripe should have already communicated that, hey, you know, it's still not there. So I don't know why. It should have been.
It's really interesting to see how. No, it's not offline. They need to refresh the page. I think it's really interesting to kind of see how the Sona sustain is playing against the Janna damage mitigation here. So the shield versus the heal. I think it's an interesting comparison.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. I think Stripes is playing way overly aggressively. He should be careful. Uh-oh, gank in the mid lane coming. Oh boy. Orianna has no flash. Yeah. Another repeated gank on the mid lane. Ooh. Oh boy, you're dead. Oh no. Oh boy. That gang on the top lane really took over for Phantom Thieves. They're getting another kill onto plan from Stripes.
And there's the execute from Stripes. Holy moly!
Oh yeah.
I find it very interesting though to see that the Royal Tea Party has several people with wards in their inventory, and yet the greatest pressure is coming from Rek'Sai.
Yeah.
Do you think at some point Hecarim would start to look for some plays here? But it looks like he's just going for the level 6 push.
Mhm. Oh yeah. He's going for that level 6 push, and just by one time gank, that Ergot top lane is taking over the Galio, and it's going to be pretty rough right now for Plan to keep farming because he's down a lot of items, he's down a lot of gold, it's early game. You know, Ergot is getting that black liver early on without you having a lot of armor, so that top lane is gonna go really badly. Now what they need to do is capitalize more on the mid lane because they know Master Ari has no flash, so they could repeat gank over and over. And from the blue side, Sir Longballs has to make sure that his mid lane doesn't get ganked anymore because that Jhin and Ezreal matchup is going even, which I would have thought that Ezreal would have taken over since Jhin is playing so passively, but right now I don't know who to give it for because I don't know if Jhin is going for that late game build, that early game build. Is not clear to me yet, so I can't give it to anyone else in the bot lane. I would have preferred if the Ezreal played a little bit more aggro in the bot lane, for sure.
I'm not sure he really has the option though. Unfortunately, he's facing a Jhin and a Sona, so the sustain versus just the basic shielding. So.
Oh yeah. And Ezreal comes back with a call. I actually like that a lot. He's going for that farm sustained bot lane. And I think that's what he should do since Jin doesn't want to fight him a lot of the time. Oh yeah.
It just does make me worry since we're looking for Hecarim to start making a lot of early game plays. And I think that the Phantom Tea part, the Phantom Thieves have a lot of potential with mid to late game as well, since they have the Hecarim to just push them there, and then all of a sudden you see the Ori coming around with full AP, one-shotting Ezreal. So, and the thing about the Rogue Tea Party is you see that they have the Xerath, who's mostly a poke champion, and they have Ezra, who's basically either sustained damage unless Rek'Sai goes for an AD build.
Oh my god, another kill in the top lane for Stripes. Wow. That lane has gone really bad really quick.
He's really setting himself up for failure here.
Yeah. And that Galio pick into the air god. I was really surprised when Plan, took it. I understand you want to play for your lane, but wow. Wow.
I'm also surprised by the fact that he's prioritizing so much on farm. He also rushed the Catalyst instead of going right for the Tabbies.
Exactly.
It's something you see in solo queue pretty often, where you have the option to get the, some pretty good damage negation with the Tabbies, but instead they rush something to build toward what I'm assuming is a Rod of Ages, which is going to really put their team at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
that slow scaling item is going to take an extra 10 minutes to come online.
if he ever completes that Road of Ages at the moment, which is going to
We're
be
looking at least 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, and by the time he completes that, Ergo is gonna have so much more items on him. Like now the Black Cleaver is completed, and every time you auto attack with a press the attack, those stacks are gonna go higher and higher. And by looking at Galio at the moment, he has about 71 armor. So every time Ergo is gonna auto attack, that's gonna go lower and lower. So that's gonna be really bad for Plan. He needs some help up here, or he needs his team to have to grab that global gold so he can get more items and hold the lane.
I think it's interesting to note that right now Galio is currently, the Urgot is currently 1,300 gold ahead of Galio, which is quite a big deal. We don't see that much of a disparity anywhere. We have Ezreal about 200 up, which is basically from that Kleptomancy, the 200 on Xerath, which was from that kill. And the supports are roughly even, except Sona has probably more from that, I'm assuming, coin that she has. Oh, yep. So you can see the different gold growth there.
Yeah, because Sona hasn't been able to poke a lot, while Janna has been able to farm, to free farm. And now Ezreal with his Q is gonna get that Kleptomancy. Oh, Plan. Oh, that hurts. Uh-oh. Yeah, Stripe has been bullying Plan a lot, and Plan doesn't even have the chance to ward.
The problem is Plan keeps walking right into it.
Yep.
If he really wants to prevent this, what he has to do is he's going to have to really start playing around a little more safely and warding from different angles. Looks like we have a double gank going to the top lane.
Oh boy. I think
About to have our first 2v2 of the game.
Yeah, and Ergot is 2 levels ahead of Rek'Sai, so Rek'Sai cannot even, gank the Ergot right now. There is a pretty high chance for a double kill, especially if they fight the Ergot. They keep fighting him with the press the attack mastery, so that's going to be pretty hard. I want to note something also, that this bot lane has been going extremely farm heavy, which I'm pretty surprised to see. I understand the Ezreal kind of wanting to farm, but the Jhin pick should have been to oppress the Ezreal. That's what I feel like. That's why you pick the Jhin. Otherwise, if you really want to farm that badly, a Tristana, Kog'Maw, Vayne would have been so much better just to farm up. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think somebody's dead. Oh my goodness. Another kill. Ah, that's so rough for Plan. I feel sorry for him. But right now, fighting the bot lane. Oh my god. Couple of ultis burn. Oh wow. Couple of ultis burn. No summon except the Sona heal, which was really unnecessary. That top tower is gone 100%. They need to get that Rift Herald right now, and then keep pushing their advantages. That's what Phantom Thieves need to do right now. And that Galio pick is really hurting them.
It sure is.
I would have liked them to go for something else. Like, I don't get why they didn't pick the Ornn into the Air God. I'm pretty sure Ornn would have done 100 times better, because how comfortable Plan is on Ornn. And I can see right now, why are you going for a magic resist item when you're losing your lane 3-0.
Looks like he's going for the more team fight oriented build to go Rusty Abyssal Mask. Abyssal Mask to help his Xerath out in the long run.
But this
I think
is
that's a pretty bold build there. He's in a pretty tough situation, and now he's making it not much easier on himself.
oh yeah.
We do have the completed tabbies though. We have the really early Rift Herald for the blue side.
Yeah.
It is interesting to note though that the blue side is up 2k gold, which is probably about to change after this Rift Herald gets dropped. I'm assuming bottom or mid.
I would have
And
rather. Go ahead.
here's that Rek'Side invade I was talking about.
Yeah, but she can't go in alone without any vision of the enemy team.
Yeah,
That was a really bold move to do, and especially when you can get caught. If blue team, if Phantom Thieves had that side warded and they knew Rek'Sai was coming, Pyronetic would have been 100 times dead because he has no defensive items. He's opted for that green item with warriors, and he's sitting right now on almost 1300 gold. And right now,
Yeah.
without any items, you can't just go offensive like that. You will die. They will pick you off, and you will die.
I wonder where this Hecarim is sitting with the Trinity Force right now. He has about 2100 gold sitting in the bank, and with a Sheen right now, I think he's really looking forward to that Trinity Force power spike on the
Oh,
Hecarim.
here we go. Engage in the bot lane. Oh boy. Oh, Sona.
I think you're watching a few minutes ahead of the
Okay. A few minutes ahead of you.
No, you're watching of the stream. So like when you said the fight was happening in the bot lane, we were still autoed to top.
Oh, okay. What's your time right now in game, Greg?
The stream is at 15:20 and I'm at 15:20 in game.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to pause at 15:35 or 15:40?
Are you have the spectate in real time?
Yes.
Like where you're supposed to be?
Yes.
Okay, what I did was I rewound the spectator so that it would be online with the stream.
Oh, no. We usually are both in the spectator's lifetime. And right now I'm at 15. I'll wait you at 16. Let me know when you get exactly to 16. I'll wait you right there at 16. And then let me know
Alright.
when you catch up to 16. Right now is the time that Phantom Thieves are starting the Drake, the Ocean Drake.
All right, I'm at 16 right now.
Okay, are you ready to go together at the same time?
Yep, go for it.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Right, so yeah.
All right, there's
Yep.
that Ocean Drake.
Oh, yep. And
We know who really would have wanted that.
yes, we would have known that Rogue Tea Party would have wanted that Drake so badly. Unfortunately, because of the bot lane pressure that they gave, and I think that's a really nice play from Phantom Thieves. I'm not sure if they preemptively planned that to have that, take tower and then take the Ocean Drake. But if they really did, that was pretty good because I feel like that should have been a priority for Rogue Tea Party. They should have gone that Drake.
I think they would have liked to, but overall they really don't have any pressure anywhere on the map. They're sitting here with a Jhin who can keep the lane shoved. They have a Xerath who's just basically going back and forth. It's they're in a pretty interesting situation
Oh,
right
boy.
now. I think the Rogue Tea Party was expecting to be a little bit in a better position than they are right now. Every lane's almost behind. They have a little bit of a gold lead, but the experience is kind of really hurting them with the Xerath and the Ezreal both being ahead. But then we have this incredibly fed Urgot.
Oh yeah, I had a little bit of a visual bug a little bit. There appeared a blue box in the Jhin. I don't know why is that, but hopefully no big problems is gonna come from that. But I think Lucian going for that early Yomu's build is not terrible. I like that a lot, but he could have also went for the Essence River, more of a late game build, because I feel like this game is going a lot to late game by how they're not pushing their advantages so much, and the Xerath wave clear is going to be pretty oppressive as well. What do you think they can do to come back into this game? What do you think Rogue Tea Party can do to come back into this game, Greg?
I think they really are looking to scale, and once they start to group, I think that's where they're going to have their biggest success. Unless they can't cancel at Hecarim E, which is pretty much going to be on the Janna and the Xerath, the E from both of those guys. We just had a Whiffed Ori ultimate that could be a chance for some play. I think what we're really looking for here is a little bit more impact from the jungler for Rogue Tea Party. Right now, he hasn't really had much team involvement. 1 KP at 18 minutes is a bit lower than he probably would have expected,
Hmm.
especially for a jungler that does have high gank priority. But it looks like he's going for more defensive build. Now you pick up the chain vest. So
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe Maserati was expecting Xerath to go a little bit forward to poke him. That's why he whiffed that Orianna ulti, but you know, it will never hurt you since you have the blue buff. I'm not sure if Maserati is running that ultimate hat. I'm pretty sure it will be really good on Orianna as well. I like the siege in the mid lane from Phantom Thieves, but I think it might be a little bit too early for them to fight without the air god, because all of their gold right now is sitting on Stripes, which is 100% kill participation.
yeah, and he does have about a 2,400 gold advantage, which against the Galio, which pretty much makes up the overall gold deficit in the game. Oh, and there's the 3-man Orianna ult. There's the Wamba I was looking for right there.
Oh boy.
That's it.
You're a little bit ahead of me, but I just got a little bit far up. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a big Orianna ulti. Why did they walk back into the ball? My goodness.
Yeah, so they walk right back into the ball, and here comes the Jhin with the Sona ultimate, just like we were talking about before. Here we see then the Galio snare, and this fight just goes downhill really quickly, and that was without the Urgot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They had a 4v3, a 4v5, and got 3 for it, which is going to lead to another turret for them. That's going to be the last outer.
Oh yeah. What time are
And
you?
I'm just watching the stream.
Oh, you're just watching the
1942.
stream right now.
1945. Yeah, that's the stream.
Okay. Just keep always make sure that you watch the live time from your client, because the stream is always gonna be 15 seconds, like a little bit later on that. And
Well, what I'm doing is I'm talking about what's happening in the stream.
oh, okay. All right, because usually how we're gonna do this, we're gonna talk about this a little bit later. We usually watch on the spectate client, then we comment what's happening live on the spectate client. That's all.
So that we then have the game 15 seconds ahead or something like that?
Yes, so we have the game 15 seconds ahead. All right, so I like the siege. I don't know why they didn't respect the ball, and they just walked straight into the ball. So that was a little bit confusing to me. Why would you walk into an Orianna ball? Because every time the Orianna ball is near you, what you want to do is you want to avoid it, and then they all grouped up, like almost perfectly for the Orianna ulti. And now the Ergot has the Frozen Mallet, so I wonder who's really gonna stop the Ergot except the Xerath. But if Xerath walks up way too far, Ergot is gonna bop him.
Looking at the way this matchup is set up, and I see the Urgot with a frozen mallet now. I really don't think there is a way for them to kill Urgot. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna live.
Oh my goodness.
He has a shield that's gonna give him 300, 400 HP into a comp that's mostly poke. So if he mitigates that 400 damage with a shield, then what does Rogue Tea Party even have?
Yeah.
I think this kind of boils down to just getting out drafted a little bit. They gave up the Urgot, which has this insane sustain and incredible kill put, like this way to handle different champions. And look at
Oh.
and there's there it is.
Ezreal is dead. Wow, they can't even 2v1 the Ergot. I like how Sher Longballs is playing this game as well. Like he put so much pressure into the Ergot, and then now Ergot is kind of taking the game by himself because of how oppressive the champion is. And oh my god, you're dead, Skags. I'm sorry.
And
Oh,
let's see
Flash.
the Orianna 1v1 too.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
And the Master Ari takes down the Galio too. Wow.
Nice flash. That was beautiful. That was a
I think the nails in the coffin. I think they're going to pick up a Baron after 2 tier 2s. They're going to have a massive gold lead, and they're going to say, "Well, we have 2 heavy tanks that you can't get through.
Yep.
What are you going to do?" And we have a Cinder Hulk Hecarim with a Trinity Force, which is a full item ahead of the Rek'Sai, and they're picking up their second dragon, which is going to be a Cloud, which makes that Hecarim even happier.
Oh yeah. Oh my! And if he has taken that unique takedown, mastered with out of the movement speed combat with the Predator and the Cloud Drake. Oh.
We're about to see Hecarim moving at the speed of light over here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and the Orianna speed up. Oh, Maserati, you're caught in a bad position, buddy.
Yeah, that is called being a little too cocky and being caught out of place.
And he's also the only one, feels Batman, that has 2 deaths, and the enemy team has 2 kills at the same time.
Yeah, he has 100% kill participation for a rogue tea party.
Yes.
We can call that though a 5-minute gank. I think is when he died the first time, and now 23 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But you got to remember, he is creating incredible space. That space top lane pulled 3 people there, which got them tier 2 bottom and the Cloud Dragon. So while his death is costly, does look like that he is in a really good spot still. So
Oh yeah, and I love how he also took the tower. He took also Galio, and I'm pretty sure that right now I think that Rogue Tea Party should start planning out what they need to do for the next game, because to me it's really hard right now to come back. Ergot is building that Thornmails, pretty quickly. He's got the Merc Treads. It will be pretty
he's
hard.
unkillable.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
The little bit of damage they've gotten from the Rek'Sai and the Ezreal is now going to be completely taken away by that soon-to-be Thornmail. And that's not to mention the fact that he probably has 3,500 health. Then he pops a shield and he's sitting up there even higher. It looks like they have their answer already about what to do next game. They have to ban that Urgot.
I'm pretty sure they do.
The Urgot is a 60 CS lead, and he's just really taking control of this game. We have Hecarim getting caught out. He had to burn the ultimate, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was caught out a little bit. Hopefully, oh, the blast cone.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, they took him down finally. Holy moly. Ergot is being alone though.
We have this Ezreal snipe.
Oh yeah.
Ezreal really needed that kill.
Yeah,
Puts him to 2-1.
yeah, and he went for the ninja tabbies. I actually like that. It's pretty good. It will allow him to just to not die immediately from the Ergot if he ever gets caught. Jhin cannot 1v1 you that easily.
Exactly, that's exactly right. And you don't really need particular boots on Ezreal because you're going to get CDR from your items. You're going to get attack speed from your passive, and Ezreal doesn't even really care that much about attack speed. He wants those autos.
Yeah, he cares
Just the one auto here, one auto there with that Sheen proc. He's gonna be doing a lot of damage.
Oh, yep. Yeah, the only thing that he needs is that Kleptomancy talent to be, auto-attacking a little bit so that you get that rune working. Because if you're going Dark Harvest Ezreal and you're farming that badly, you can still, poke with a Q. And maybe I would have liked maybe in that case more. Since he's not trading that much, I think maybe Dark Harvest would have not been terrible. But if the Kleptomancy, you want to be skirmishing a little bit. And I haven't seen Ezreal doing that.
So we're looking at about a 6k gold lead from the blue side, and that's pretty much 4,000 gold sitting on Urgot and 2,000 sitting on the Hecarim. That's where those differences are for the most part, which is why you can see Urgot being so strong, and he's able to 1v2 pretty much any lane, it seems.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna have to get a pick. We're gonna have to get a Rogue Tea Party pick somewhere, which is probably gonna have to be on the Orianna if they have any hope of actually getting an objective here, which would be their first turret or this Baron if possible.
Oh yeah, and I think they need to set up the Baron really quickly, because that's the only way they can break the siege, and they shouldn't allow Rogue Tea Party to scale up anymore.
That will be their first issue, is when Rogue Tea Party does start to scale. I still don't think they're gonna be able to get through this Urgot. He is just too tanky at this point. 3 full items compared to the Galio's 1.5. And then you see the Hecarim working on his 3rd item, and we have Rek'Sai working on his 2nd item, 3rd item.
Oh yeah, that's a
And he also went the more passive build with the Knight's Vow, so they're really putting all their dice on Ezreal right now.
Oh yeah, and they also set up the wave nicely in the bot lane. Now it got a little bit cleared by Ezreal, but as long as they can, are they? Maybe not. They could have engaged there. Oh,
And the Ezreal got hit by the Sona ult. Oh, he walked right into it.
Why?
That is unfortunate.
Why are you walking into that? That was so unnecessary, in my opinion.
It looks like he's trying to make something out of nothing here.
Oh, and Ergot is still bot.
Yeah, he's looking to get an inhibitor.
That's a Baron. That's a Baron right now.
Yep, blue team is moving to Baron. I think Xerath has a really good opportunity to stop this, though.
Yeah.
The Baron negation is going to take away some of their stats, and then you're going to have this really squishy team.
they're either gonna lose their inhib or both.
We have the Urgot.
Plan. Oh, the Ergot ulti though went missing. It went to base.
Yeah, and there goes the Urgot. Is it going? Is he gonna die now? Is he going?
Maybe.
And he is down.
Oh boy.
Oh, the Galio got the kill instead of the Ezreal, unfortunately. That
Nah,
was some nice shutdown.
they need to start the Baron right now. Their jungler.
Well,
is
on the other
dead.
side of the map, we did just have a Rek'Sai get taken down by the Orianna. We do have Hecarim and Sona too weak probably to do the Baron at this point.
Yeah,
But
so
I guess we'll see if they get a try.
yeah, and Sona cannot build that Ardent sensor, unfortunately, because Jhin is not one of those AD carries that you can build the Ardent sensor and scale up.
Yeah, he won't really benefit just from a little bit of AD from that bonus attack speed he'll get.
Yeah, he needed to play that a little bit, you know, maybe another ADC would have been better. I like how they're clearing the vision, but I think as long as Phantom Thieves repeat what they did right now, and as long as Ergo doesn't overextend, they should be able to get the Baron, because before they could burst down the Rek'Sai, I feel like that's what they need to do. As long as they burst down Rek'Sai, they should be good. Rek'Sai has
And
no MR whatsoever or armor. Maybe a little bit more armor, but her MR is so weak right now. She has
looks like he's going for a locket on the Rek'Sai now. He has an Aegis of Legion, and that's kind of interesting considering he went with a warrior, which is and he's gonna have that locket that scales off of HP, and he doesn't really have any.
yeah. I don't like that. He should have either gone really skirmishing style with the warriors or go really tanky with the Juggernaut. I just don't understand why he went warriors and a little bit of everything. I don't like
We,
that a little bit of everything build.
we also have a Galio that picked up his second MR item into a Spirit Visage against a predominantly AD team.
Yeah, and there's no adaptive helm, which I would understand a little bit more because of how Ergot is using his minigun and his other ability that's the same thing over and over again. Oh,
Couldn't agree with you more on that one. And that looks like the team fight that is going to wrap the game up, possibly.
possibly. Ergot is not here.
Oh, they got away with only one kill right there.
Yeah, they could start the Baron right now.
You really got to question the Galio build here. He has such a deficit, and then he builds an MR item that doesn't benefit his team. If he would have gone to something, maybe if he went with the Locket, I think he really could have helped everyone out more with his larger HP pool.
Yeah. Oh, and he helps him on the Baron on top of that.
Yeah.
Cause
You really got to wonder about the Spirit Visage pickup.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like he's outplaying himself here.
Ouch.
And the Ezreal gets sniped by that Urgot ult, and that is probably the game.
Oh yeah, if Manny was here, he would have started reeing that Ergo chain.
Yeah, I think the re is really appropriate there.
Oh my god, this. I don't want to be that kind of a guy, but you can be playing frontline Ezreal. That's not how Ezreal works. And I feel like
Yeah, I think
I feel like
they-
CS
they
is good, but the way you're playing Ezreal is not good, man. You need to change that up.
I feel like they didn't go for their team comp was really predictable, and they were able to really counter it with these two tanks and the shield from Ori and the heal from Sona. They basically said, okay, you want to poke us, well, we're going to heal it all up really quickly. And we see the Sona with the Athenes, we see Sona with Redemption, we see all this healing, which is really going to just take right away any damage that the royalty party does. So
Mhm.
you really got to question what's going on here.
Yep, and I like the Ergot pick as well because what they said to Rogue Tea Party was that we don't care about your Ornn, you either pick it or we ban it a little bit later, we're gonna take the Ergot, we're gonna prioritize the Ergot. Now, I'm wondering, do you really need that Righteous Glory?
Well, the Righteous Glory, you have to remember, also scales with Hecarim.
They change it, it's only to the person that uses it, it's not to the
Oh.
whole team.
Well, then you do have to. Well, we also that gives that Urgot the extra pursuit, and he's so strong that basically anyone he gets on top of, he will take down with that W shield and the execute from his ultimate. We do finally see some armor coming through on the Galio. Looks like he might be building toward a ZZ Rot, which might actually benefit him due to the insane push that is happening from the Phantom Thieves.
Oh, Janna, why are you alone?
We have another pick.
They're getting picked so much just because of their vision, and I don't know why just Janna walks alone. Like that's the rule number 1 of League of Legends wording. You never go alone.
Yeah, and you see the full aggro Ori build with the Rabadon, so Ludens and the Morella with a blasting wand. The Xerath was forced to go the Hourglass. We have the Urgot in the 1v1 situation here. I mean, the 3v1 situation. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh boy.
Oh, is he going to get the execute? He got the execute on the Ezreal? No, Jin did. Wow. Here we go. The Hecarim's all in. And wow, yep, this game looks like it's about to be a wrap. The Urgot wins the 1v3
Oh,
and still lives due to the Sona heals.
oh boy.
This is just a clinic of how to play an aggressive team comp.
Oh,
We see one side with a poke comp looking to siege, and they got behind, and there was no looking back for the Phantom Thieves.
yeah. That. Oh man. Oh, that's rough. That's one thing you can't expect every game to play just this a siege like a poke comp and then just win out of that. I really like how Phantom Thieves played the game and how aggressively they played into the early game. I apologize for the stream lag. That's completely on me. The what we're going to do is we are
I'll take it
going.
over.
Yep, we'll have Greg taking it over because right now I'm having a little bit of an issue, and that's on the house that I live. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll be right back really soon. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back again.